What's up, guys? It's Josh, and this is episode 3 of the Dark Souls 3 One Life run. And hopefully you're actually hearing me this time. As you might have seen from episode 2, crap got a little shaky, and it did not record my audio the entire 42, almost 43 minutes. So, I have a little explaining to do, clearly. I don't know why. My mic wasn't muted or anything. I made sure it was plugged in all the way, but for some freaking reason, it did not want to record my audio. So, I went ahead and pretty much just uploaded that last episode for proof that I did not die. And I hope that was still somewhat enjoyable to you all. And I went through a few weapon changes, clearly. There's our dagger that we started with. And I wanted to ask you guys if you care about the weapon being different or the armor being different, or because I mean, you know, the intention of this series was to see how far I could get in Dark Souls on One Life, not necessarily how far I could get with One Life in Dark Souls with the same equipment that you start with. So it's entirely up to you guys. If you want to, let me know in the comments or message me or whatever. I don't even know if you can personal message on YouTube anymore. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think. But for the remainder of this episode, I'm going to be using this bad boy right here. The Irithil straight sword. And there's our arrows. And I've pretty much kept our armor the same, but that's because we haven't really gotten anything. So, I don't really want to. Kind of scared. But first order of business for this episode is I am going to go back to the untended graves and kill the crystal lizard that is there. Because if we do that, we can upgrade this weapon here, and it's a pretty decent weapon, I'm pretty sure. I mean, you know, it's pretty good all the way around, far as I know. And there are a few bosses that are weak to the frost it puts off and all these things. So I am going to hope that this does not end up being a freaking 4-minute long episode with me dying immediately to these crystal lizards. I would not be very pleased. So cross your fingers, and we will see. I mean, I've fought these guys, the crystal lizards, or the crystal dragons, or whatever the heck they're actually called. I really don't know. I have the strategy guide. Probably should have checked beforehand, but I fought them quite a bit, so hopefully we won't get absolutely freaking manhandled right here. Come on over, big guy. Okay. Ow, that's the Frosty Frost goodness. Right away. Now, these guys are really quick. A lot of their movements are kind of lumbering, but I think 2 swings is about where I'm at. Went for 3 that time. And they will roll at you like that. That roll is sketchy. I don't like it. That's the big swipe. It's going a little bit better than I intended. And for those of you that don't play this game much and wondered why I might have switched to the dagger there, is because daggers do more damage. Nice. Okay, so we got him. But daggers do more damage on riposts than normal weapons. And I'm actually, because, you know, this game's been out for 2 years, clearly nobody knows how it works. But in case you don't, we can go to our weapons here and open up this menu. And you can see right there under the attack power list, there's critical at 110. This is critical 100. So basically that means when you parry somebody or break their guard or however it happens to work, when you get that little stun animation, you do the little cutscene when you stab them, that's called a riposte. And daggers do more damage when you riposte. So I guess that's one of the upsides to having a dagger, is kind of like a secondary, is, you know, if you get the stun, you can kind of switch real quick. I'm honestly thinking our sword might have done more damage because I think... Oh, well, no, it actually does less damage overall than our dagger. Well, ain't that some crap? Okay, well... But I think... I don't remember if I'm going... I might need 2. You know what? I think that I am actually wrong entirely. I don't think that I can upgrade this weapon with with the Titanite scales. I think I need Twinkling Titanite. And be that the case, I will be thoroughly upset. But I think I'm right. I mean, worst comes to worst, I got a lot of souls for doing that, so that's nice. Let's go to Reinforced Weapon. Nope, it's Twinkling Titanite. Well, curses. That sucks a whole lot. Okay, well, I'm going to sell that soul. And going to sell off this piece of armor that I got. That's a duplicate. It's only 30 souls.
Ashen.
Probably not even worth it. But I think we can level up maybe twice. Maybe it's probably just once. Yeah, just once. Okay. Well, that is a-okay. Uh-oh. Can't download something, apparently. That's weird. I guess we're gonna do endurance so I can swing that daggone dagger like a madman some more. Okay, is there anything that's like worth buying? I really don't think there is. I mean, the torch maybe, but I have a fire weapon, so that's probably not really gonna do anything. Screw it, I'll buy fire bombs. Why not? I use fire bombs every now and again. So let me see, do I have... Do not think, okay, no I don't, okay. So, what we are going to be doing next is 2 separate parts of my least favorite part of this game. And that is the Cathedral of the Deep / the Farron Woods. And as people who play this, or have played this, would know, the Farron Woods is a gigantic frickin' swamp that poisons you all the time. And it slows you down and stuff. So, that's no fun. But we are going to go to the Cathedral of the Deep first, you see. So, I feel a little stupid knowing that this dagger actually does more damage. The main thing I don't like about it is the reach. Well, there's our upgrade for that sword. And here's hopefully soon to be another piece. There we go. Get those out of here. And now you can run up here. Now this part kind of sucks. There's a fat lady down there and she's not very nice. And there's also those 2 big boys there. And their weapons have bleeding. They have huge machetes. You cannot parry them as far as I know. And I'm pretty sure they also have no stun animation. So yeah, these guys just suck and kind of smack the crap out of me like half the time. Oh good, I've pissed his friend off. Well, it was very nice knowing y'all. This has been a fun run. Come over here, you big clod. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this sucks. Okay, well, I'm gonna see how well running away does. If I can get them, or at least one of them, to leave me alone, I'm fine. Okay, I think the other one stopped. Sorry about the lack of commentary. I'm rather focused right now. I just really don't want this episode to be pointless. Okay. Well, there's one of them down. So, off to fight the next one. And the big chubby lady, she is not going to be fun either. Like at all. Matter of fact, she's probably more aggravating than these guys are. Woo! One thing I love about daggers is being able to spam them like mad. It's beautiful. Okay. So there's a little spot you can drop here and get hurt, because who doesn't want to get hurt? That's actually where that little lizard was. And so now we can drippity drop down here and get the jump on our lady friend. So there's a big chunk of damage. Oh geez, okay, well. Hey, why don't you step in the fire? Why don't you do that? Hey, come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah. Ow, okay, well. Oh, that's probably the end. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Roll. 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 Oh, Jesus. Okay, then. That's right, fat lady. Bug off. Oh my goodness. Ow, die. Get out of here. Oh my goodness. Okay, well. As I'm sure you guys probably saw but couldn't really tell, in the Crystal Sage boss fight at the end of the last episode, that is probably the second closest call I have had in this playthrough so far. So there's two things here that are worthy of note. There are two NPCs that you can fight. One of them is that little fella standing there. He has a dagger and a sword, and behind him I think there's Paladin's Ashes, which I think they let you, if you bring them to the shopkeeper in the shrine, I believe they let you buy like a crescent axe and a morning star and maybe something else. But to be entirely honest, I'm not going to mess with him. And there's also a bandit up here who has a big old axe, and he likes to smack people, and he also likes to throw throwing knives a lot. They're very easy to just sidestep. He's not going to come after me, is he? Okay, here he comes. Now, not sure if you can parry him. Wouldn't try. It's probably not worth it. Dang, that did not do... Oh my goodness, what? Okay, well. Apparently I've pissed our little friend off. I don't know how I managed to do that. Oh, that's not fair. Sidestep those. Hold on, I'm going to switch weapons here. The dagger may do more damage, but the sword has reach. Ow. Oh, come on, no! There we go. Good land. Okay. Okay, well. May as well run down here and collect our unwanted prize. That's so strange. I have beaten this game upwards of 10 times and have never once had that guy come after me when I was fighting this fella. Never one time. Oh, that's not cool. That was just rude. Really watch those power swings. Those hurt a lot. So do those, luckily. That is quite possibly my favorite thing about daggers in this game. Oh, come on. I just clubbed you upside the head. There we go. Alright. We are still living, ladies and gentlemen. We are still living, somehow. So I am going to rest at this bonfire. And also, for those of you, again, for those of you that don't know, those two guys will never respawn. Like the enemies back there, since I rested at the bonfire, they came back. But the enemies up here, most of like the other like player type NPCs that you run along, they will actually never respawn. So that's very nice. Whew, excuse me. Now this area kind of sucks because there's puppies, and in Dark Souls we don't like puppies. And there's also dudes with crossbows that kind of appreciate shooting you in the face. And you see, problem is here is I actually do not appreciate getting shot in the face. Ow. Or the ass, apparently. Excuse my French. Oh, geez, okay. I am not dodging these as well as I should be. You can come down here and kind of get a little protection from the fire. And then here comes this pupper. And with the dogs, if you let them hit your shield first, if you have one, they will kind of bounce off and get staggered a little bit. Makes them a bit easier to kill. And also, I think, I could be wrong, but most of, if not all of the dogs are weak to fire. Okay. Ow. Oh my goodness. That corpse just went flying. So, and I'm not sure exactly how it works, but you can typically tell when something is weak to what you're doing to it when it gets staggered when you hit it or fall over. Of course, I think the stagger system actually has everything to do with poise, which is a very annoying kind of mechanic. But yeah, I think at least with the dogs, you know that when you set them on fire, they'll kind of like topple over and roll over onto their backs. And these guys suck a lot if you don't know what they are. Wow, that sucked. They will actually light themselves on fire and like run up and explode on you if you don't kill them quickly enough. And so right here, that is a gosh, what's the word? That's the shard. The only problem is that that is one of those blowy uppy guys, and I will warn you, they will do an absolute crap ton of damage if they hit you with that. At this point in the game, if I remember correctly, it's probably going to be a one-shot if they get you with that attack. So definitely either just be aggressive and try and kill them before they pull that off, or or if you can't kill them before they pull it off, just bail. Just run. And right over here, there is a notched whip, which is a whip weapon that deals bleeding damage. As far as I know, it's pretty freaking terrible. And if you're wondering who this guy is right here, he is actually somebody that starts the first DLC. We do not want to mess with him right now. So clearly, as you can see, both of these doors are locked. This is actually not the place we want to be right now, but we have to come here to get to the place we want to be. So we're kind of creeping towards a point in the game that I am definitely worried about potentially dying, because there's a lot of nonsense that happens in this next area. I'm really hoping that all of you are actually hearing me right now. It would be kind of aggravating. So there's those paladin's ashes. I'm pretty sure they unlock. See, there's the Morning Star. That is a hammer weapon that deals bleeding damage. And also, I think it unlocks this axe, the Crescent Axe, which I actually can't use right now. Oh, and I think it unlocks this ring, I believe, as well, which it very slightly increases the damage you take, basically, of the first hit. So, like, if your health is full, the effect is going always, but it only works when your health is full. So that first hit you take, you get the effect, but then it's gone.
Ashen.
So I can probably only level up one time off of this, which is kind of lame. But then again, we haven't really been fighting very many serious enemies. So are we gonna do health? I mean, health is always good to have. Strength, dexterity. I'm gonna go for health. And I wouldn't necessarily suggest like power leveling into one thing, but it's very good, especially like if you're trying to do a one life run, kind of like I am right now. It's very good to try and have a lot of health, you know, because little things can kind of slip up here and there. Here's that guy we found before the Crystal Sage. You guys didn't really get to see him. And also, this is the Pyromancer we found also back in that episode. And if you talk to him, he will give you a Pyromancy Flame. And basically, you equip that on one of your hands, and you can actually reinforce it just like a normal weapon, and it gets stronger and stronger the more you do. And you can buy Pyromancies from him. And honestly, if you're trying to do like relatively easy, I wouldn't necessarily say easy. I mean, there's nothing about Dark Souls that's easy, but that Pyromancy glove can help a lot. And you know, if you don't really plan on being like a dedicated spellcaster, like if you don't really want to fight with it, then you can basically just, you know, you can use the fireballs if you know an enemy's weak to fire and you don't have a fire weapon, or if, like, say, you know, there's those flammable exploding barrels laying around, you can use those to blow the barrels up so people can't blow the barrels up on you, if that makes any sense. So we've done pretty much everything here. And also, I think, I'm sure you guys probably saw the covetous silver serpent ring in my inventory. I honestly can't remember if I did that in the last episode or not. But if I didn't do it in that episode, I was mentioning in the first one I might do it off screen. And be that the case that I did, there you go. I did that off screen. Which I think I did because I remember it was just fixing to take forever to get up onto that roof. And for those of you that want to know, if you don't, you can get that ring and get up to the top half of the shrine in a legit fashion. But you have to buy it. Oh my goodness, excuse me. You have to buy a ring that, or not a ring. You have to buy a key that costs 20,000 souls. And that's a lot. Especially, you know, to do early in the game. It's honestly not super worth it, in my opinion, to do it the legit way. That's terrible. I mean, you know, I have all the respect in the world for From Software and, you know, the way they designed their games, but especially just at the beginning, grinding up 20,000 souls takes absolutely forever. And honestly, I don't know why I'm risking my life to come get these weapons. That was really stupid. They're weapons that I will most likely never use. And I just got nearly killed. Or, well, I wouldn't say nearly killed. But I put myself in a position where I very well could have gotten killed for virtually no reason. Oh yeah, and those guys vomiting everywhere. Do not let them vomit on you. Because they will basically put these like leeches on you that slowly and continually build up your bleeding bar, and whenever that bar builds up, and also these guys with the big guys with the maggots, they are super weak to fire as well, so always good to know. Oh shoot, yeah, like that guy. Ow. Little turd smacking me. Stop it. And also, I am not setting a very good example, but it's pretty much pointless to kill these guys. Because I think they're kind of just here, always. So, that guy coming down the stairs up there is one of the reasons that I am afraid of potentially dying in this area. He is very strong, and his weapons do bleeding damage. And he also has a thing where he shoots fire. Ow. My goodness, this weapon is very strong against him, actually. Okay, well, he was not nearly as much of a problem as I thought. So, yeah. I'm definitely going to be switching between my weapons a lot. And also, this tree you guys saw in the last episode, and I tried to explain that giant that we basically went up in that tower and befriended, he will now shoot the enemies around these white trees that you go to. Where's the white tree? That white tree. He will shoot the enemies around these and not shoot you. But if you do not befriend him, if you come around here, he will shoot you. So, it is a very good idea. And also, these trees, like, always have good items by them. Dang it. Giant guy, will you, like, shoot him, please? Okay, you're shooting at something else. I'm gonna just wail on him then. Again, these guys are super duper duper weak to fire. So if you have fire, it's very good to just... You can pretty much just spam them and stun lock them to death, especially if you have a dagger like this. Now this item right here, super important. Undead Bone Shard. If you go back to the Firelink Shrine, you can burn that Undead Bone Shard, and it will make your Estus Flask +1. Basically meaning that it heals more than normal. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that you can upgrade the Estus 10 times. So if you get Estus plus 10, it's going to heal just tons more than it would initially. So there's also an item right here. It's an item I probably won't use. That is a great shield. It's like a shield, but it's great. Yeah, I know, real freaking clever. But basically, it is much heavier and requires higher stats to wield. But the actual damage absorption on them is typically quite a bit better than these little shields. The only reason I have this shield right here is pretty much for parrying. And I mean, I'm sure you've seen, I've blocked a few things, but this is definitely not a shield that I'm going to be blocking a whole lot with. So here we are. This is the Grand Cathedral, the Cathedral of the Deep. This is more than likely my least favorite area in the game. And if it's not the absolute worst, it's like way up there. Just backstab that guy. Oh yeah, there's also one of those. Oh no! Whew! He tinged off my shield. I thought he was gonna get me. Where's that guy? Did that guy crawl up already? Okay, he crawled up already. There's a guy that hangs on this wall that crawls up. There's also a guy right there, for those of you that don't know. I'm pretty sure he'll try to sneak up and blow up on you too. So I'm pretty sure it's actually like any of these guys that have the little flaming weapons. I think any of them pretty much will try and blow you up. Oh, with the shields. And for those of you that don't know, these little guys pretty much suck. We saw some of them in the last episode in the Undead Settlement. But apparently they're not that big of a deal if you knock them off cliffs. Who'd have thought? But I feel like they're annoying because, I mean, I feel like they do a whole lot more damage than they should. And they're just quick and really aggravating. Oh, wow, that's fair. Okay. And our Estus just does not heal very much. Okay. Now, these little guys with the huge swords somehow suck much more than the normal ones. Like, much more. I mean, they're easier to dodge and whatnot, but they just do way more damage. Ow. I'm kind of getting myself shot in the face here. Oh, okay, well, he just killed himself. That's fine. Also, luckily, you're invulnerable to crossbow bolts while you're stabbing someone in the stomach, which is a nifty feature. So, I've been rambling a lot this episode. It is midnight. I'm a little tired. I just came home from a pretty long shift at work to record this episode. Now, there's a lot of things going on here. That right there is what I have this shield for. Now, I'm pretty sure, I can't remember exactly, you may have to go in there. Nope, you don't have to go in there. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say there's a bunch of them little dudes that jump down right here. Now, this right here is when these little buggers are easily at their most dangerous. Is when there is a bunch of them. Whew, my goodness, okay. Shoot. I have nothing to heal myself with. I don't think I have homeward bones. Do not have homeward bones. Well, I really don't. I don't want to have to go back and do all this again. But it sucks because literally if you go up in that room, you fight the things that are there, you turn to the left, and there's literally a door with a shortcut to that bonfire. So I guess in the spirit of the event, I'm just gonna say a little bit of YOLO and try and do this, and I'm gonna miserably fail. I was like really hoping one of these guys would give me an Estus back. Are you gonna give me an Estus back? No, you gave me souls though. Okay. Also, pretty sure that if you don't kill this guy fast enough, he will there'll actually be another one. Yup, right there. Okay, well. Oh! No! Oh, no. Wow. That was just absolutely miserable.
Goddess, mother of the forlorn, who have no place.
Well, 2 hours, 13 minutes. We were level 28, and we killed a total of 3 bosses. Well then, excuse the anticlimactic ending there. I was really hoping I was making it further. I didn't think that guy was going to be down there so quick. Oh, it's such a bummer, you guys. That is such a bummer. I'm terrible at this game. But, let me know if for whatever reason you want me to just make this a series instead of it being a one life run. We can just make it a let's play or whatever. You guys let me know. But as of right now, this playthrough is like super over after a miserably short 3 parts. But for what it's worth, I enjoyed making this, and I really hope you guys enjoyed watching it. And I hope that you all have a good day, or night, or week, or whenever the heck it is you might be watching this 5 years from now. I don't know. But I hope you guys have a good day, time, whatever it is. And thank you very much for watching. And this has been Josh, and I'm signing out.